is 7:11 in the morning. Sun is yet to rise. I have an exam at 8 today, so I'm heading there now. And there's a very real possibility that if I do horribly on this exam, I will have to retake the class. I'm just gonna talk myself through the what ifs. So, why do I feel apprehensive about, let's say I do need to retake the class? Why might I feel apprehensive? Number one, there's a sunk cost fallacy. Number two, there's the social embarrassment that comes with it. And number three, there's the personal embarrassment that comes with it. There's somebody walking behind me and I feel awkward talking to myself, but I'm just going to keep doing this because to push through the discomfort, I am taking a slightly different route just so that nobody's walking behind me. Okay, so let's say I do have to retake the course. Doesn't mean that I failed my degree. Doesn't mean that I have to leave the school. No, I can still stay here and I can take the course. There is like that internal pressure of somebody, like my parents, are paying for my tuition, and I feel that if I don't do well, then it's like I've almost like squandered their money type of thing. I want to feel like a good student, and I want to feel that my effort has led somewhere. Maybe that effort takes a bit longer to come to fruition. Or maybe I'm thinking about how in high school I would have friends and maybe they would get a good grade on something and like we would study together and stuff. And I just wanted to be like my friends in the sense of taking an exam and feeling refreshed afterwards, getting a good grade on that exam, and like having almost a peace of mind of knowing you did the work. The weird thing about some things in life is sometimes, or like the effort expenditure does not equal work. Like there's an equation somewhere where if all the forces are counteracting against you, then the net work is zero. This was my first time taking this type of course. I didn't really have background experience coming in. Some people had more background experience, some people had less. Went to class, I formed a good relationship with my TAs, with my classmates. I turned in the final project. I'm trying to think of some other things I did this semester. Like, I know for a fact I got A's in several of my other courses. Wow, look at that bell tower. I don't know if that was in frame. Like, I feel like I'm sometimes floating through life as if I'm a nomad, not tied to a particular place, just for now, these are the clothes I wear and these are the shoes I walk in, but that will change. However, in the midst of that change, I do quite like this place. Even though there are days when I'm by myself and I do still get lonely, I feel that I've been able to make real connections here. So if I do have to retake the course, it'll be an opportunity for me to refresh on what I've learned, and it'll be easier for me the second time around because I took decent notes. I had a system in OneNote, I was transcribing the lecture, I was focusing on key points, and I know how to approach the homeworks instead of just blindly going into it trying to code straight away on the IDE. You get out a piece of paper and you jot down the flow. My exam doesn't start till 8. I don't know what time it is. However, I will get there early. I want to set up my laptop, stare at some flashcards. The hard thing about this course were the written exams. There were 2 of them. And then this final exam is a multiple choice exam. And lucky for me, I do better on multiple choice. So if anything, this is a blessing. I'm walking into this with the knowledge that there is a possibility that the results are not what I would like them to be. But I'm still walking here in the cold, in this puffer jacket. I don't know how many layers I have on. Thank goodness it's not like 1 degree outside. And I am not leaving the exam room until I've at least circled C for every option. The thing about real life is you don't get things on the first try, and there isn't an answer key. Some problems take lifetimes to solve, and it compounds upon the work of one researcher to the next. And you keep trying in spite of the fact that maybe there is no answer. You keep trying in spite of the fact that maybe time travel is not possible, that teleportation is not possible, that levitation is not possible. We have television and mobile phones now. We have cars. We have planes. In some distant world, those were once sci-fi dreams that could not be obtained through answering a multiple choice test. And they were conceived through hours of independent study, through hours of collaborative research, through spontaneous encounters, through banging your head against a wall. There's a saying that I tried to tell myself yesterday about how you gotta pretend as if you're the pilot in the cockpit, because that reminds you that the moment you panic is when the plane is gonna crash. But if you stay cool, calm, and collected, like, you're the one in control of the plane, and like lean into that authority and sense of ownership. That's what I'm gonna try to do for this exam.